Hello and welcome to Grow Your Money. This is Jim Lab's weekly update, week 33 of 2026. This is a catch up and reset episode. The goal is to get back into the swing of things and set up the forward testing lab format going forward. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. The goal is to document what I am testing, what happened, and what I learned. Always do your own research and understand the risks before investing or trading. The last public update was week 4. Rather than renumber this as update 5, I am using the actual calendar week. This is week 33 of 2026. If a week is missing in the future, it simply means I did not produce an update that week. The weekly update is becoming a lab report. We have the wheel, small account, cash secured put sandbox, credit spreads, DTE iron condors, and automated rules-based investing. This week is mostly setup and catch up. Next week, the trackers should start carrying more of the numbers. For the wheel, this week is really a catch-up, not a normal weekly performance report. The paper account has been sitting mostly untouched for quite a while, so before I start managing anything again, I wanted to go back into Thinkorswim and see exactly where everything landed, the account value, available buying power, and which positions had moved through the wheel while I was away. After that, I'll show you the covered calls and new cash secured puts I placed to get the experiment moving again. So let's jump into the paper account and see what happened.
Logging back into the paper money account where we've been running the wheel strategy along with a few sandbox trades. It's August 10th and I haven't logged into this account since late January 2026 when I received my cancer diagnosis. So this is actually a pretty good example of what happens when real life happens. Now, if this were real money, I probably would have found a way to check on it before now, just like I have with my live accounts. But since this was paper trading, it basically sat untouched. We started with $100,000 back in 2025, and right now the account is down to $86,000. So let's see if we can work our way back towards positive by the end of the year. We've also been inside Netflix, Palantir, and Tesla. So for the rest of this week, we'll start running covered calls on those positions. We also got about $28,000 in buying power available for cash secured puts. I'll update the tracker and we'll get this experiment moving again. After the recorded account check-in, I placed covered calls on the assigned positions. Tesla at 475 strike for 62 cents, Palantir at 200 strike for $3.20, and Netflix at the 82 strike for 80 cents, all expiring September 18th. I also placed paper CSPs expiring September 11th. Nvidia at 220 for $8.25, and Amazon at 265 for $6.60. The Amazon order allowed margin and filled after cancellation, so I would mention that only as a quick execution note and track it as an exception rather than spending a lot of video time on it. For the CSP sandbox, the problem is that cash secured puts are expensive. A $150 stock needs $15,000. A $20 stock needs $2,000. The sandbox asks whether decent lower price candidates exist. For credit spreads, I am moving the public test info options play paper trading while I continue figuring out whether there is a free Thinkorswim scanning process that is beginner friendly. The 0 DTE iron condors belong in the advanced section. I will reference the options play material instead of reteaching the mechanics. The update will be about execution, results, and what I learned. The simple overview is that ordinary DCA is already widely explained, but DCA Plus asks whether we can maximize the DCA habit with a small rules-based reserve. The normal monthly investing does not stop. The first comment or description can point viewers to the explainers and tracker once those are ready. Heading into next week, I need to get the trackers loaded. The episode is about getting the lab set up again and restarting the paper account management. Starting next week, the weekly dashboard should become more numbers-driven. The lab is open. Now we track what actually happens.
As always, trade the plan, not the panic. See you in the gym.